Welcome to Integrity Inspire, your daily dose of inspiration and motivation, featuring the bright and talented members of the Integrity Marketing Group family. Now, here's your host, Integrity co-founder and CEO, Brian W. Adams.
Well, hello, everybody. This is Brian Adams. Thank you so much for joining today's Inspire podcast. That song, Grease, man, when I was a little kid, it was my sister's favorite movie ever, and so we watched that thing over and over and over. I think I can quote every part of Grease at some point or another, but hope everybody has had an incredible weekend. Super excited to connect with you guys today. We got a big announcement I want to make. Before we talk about that, man, first of all, we had an incredible Employee Appreciation Day. Last Friday was National Employee Appreciation Day, and I just want to say how much we love celebrating each and every one of you. We posted on social media our appreciation for you and all that you do. And I want to say again how grateful we are for you guys and for all that you do to make Integrity such an incredible place. And I think part of that is the alignment of interest, that we've all become partners here in Integrity, or have the opportunity to become partners and share in the upside of what we're creating together. And so just want you to know how much we sincerely appreciate you guys for everything that you do. In addition, celebrate International Women's Day. Now, this is starting tomorrow, and March is also Women's History Month. And so we love celebrating all the incredible achievements of the women leaders out there. Especially here at Integrity, we've got the best women leaders in the world. About half of our executive team are female, 62 or 63% of our employees are female, over half of our customers are female, and we are so excited to continue to celebrate the official International Women's Day tomorrow by wearing something purple, even a touch of purple in honor of International Women's Day. I just got this purple sweater. Kendall, you saw my sweater. I wore it this weekend. My wife doesn't love it, but I didn't realize that ties in for International Women's Day. So I'm going to rock that thing tomorrow and own it. I love the sweater. My wife says it's not that really, my color, so to speak, but I'm going to own it tomorrow. So everybody enjoy International Women's Day. The fact that you just said, makes me think you didn't love it either, but I don't care. I'm going to own it.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, no, you just went, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. It's a great sweater. You should absolutely wear it.
No, that wasn't forced. That wasn't forced at all. Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. Well, so in addition, we also had just the honor to participate. One of the things we do is, as part of Integrity, we support Steve Young's Forever Young Foundation, and they do a lot of amazing things, especially for kids, and really about helping others have hope for a better future and plan for the better days ahead, the good days ahead, which is what we're all about here. And they do a lot of amazing things. That they have a charity that they create music therapy in children's hospitals that are just amazing. We recently did a big toy drive, and the Integrity partner, Shane Van Loon, gave a bunch. I gave a bunch. All of our employees gave a ton of toys for a local children's hospital. And then Steve heard about it, gave 7 pallets of toys. He kind of went up to all of us as part of that, which was awesome. And it's just really about how do you help people have a better hope overall. And this weekend, they had it's called the Steve Young Annual Ski Classic in Utah, which honors the Wasatch Adaptive Sports. And what they do, Wasatch Adaptive Sports is an incredible organization, and they specialize in outdoor recreational experience with one-on-one training and equipment to help people with disabilities and adaptive needs. But what they do is they take kids and veterans as well, but mostly kids that can't walk. They've had spinal bifida or cerebral palsy or some life-altering accident that they can't walk. And I mean, some of these kids are paraplegics, or some of the veterans we got to meet that are literally had lost both of their legs or paraplegics, and they teach them how to ski. And it was one of the most incredible things. They also, in the summertime, they teach them how to ride bikes and how to do a bunch of other different things. and they use these adaptive programs in order to really help them have just an amazing experience outdoors. And there was a group of us that went to Utah this weekend, and I got to tell you, it was one of the most moving experiences for me to see these kids that literally can't walk, and to get in these specialized ski chairs and be able to go down the mountain and race celebrities. There was an athlete ski race with students racing professional athletes and guests in the downhill race, including racing our chairman of the board, Steve Young. And we can't wait to share a video of what this was all about, because it was just so moving to be able to see and to hear these kids and these people who have had just life-altering experiences, or that were born with these severe disabilities, be able to just see and enjoy the outdoors and to see their smile on their faces. Kendall went with us as well, and we decided to take our families and kind of just talk about how we can give back even more. Kendall, I know I was moved. I know Darcy learned how to ski this weekend. What were your thoughts about that?
I left those meetings just thinking about what an amazing opportunity for these kids and for the people who developed this program, and their heart of service behind that, and wanting everyone to have equal opportunity to participate and enjoy the outdoors. It was so inspiring, and seeing the kids and the veterans and those who were participating, the smile on their faces. I don't think anybody's smile could have been bigger than ours, but those kids' faces, I mean, the smiles just went on and on and on all afternoon, and they're amazing. They're so special, and to get to the opportunity to be able to participate in something like that was such a joy.
Well, it really was. I think I cried more this weekend than I've cried in a long time, because every time you talk to somebody, you'd hear their story and then you see their joy. Man, I mean, it was incredible. This one lady, she was 22 years old, fell in a rock climbing accident, became a paraplegic. She actually talked from the stage, and she was talking about how depressed she was, how she didn't want to get out of bed. And then somebody helped her get out on the mountain and just experience joy again. Say, look, you can also do this, and let us help you. And she was the most joyful person. It was one of those things, everybody was just like, Steve, we don't need you to talk. We need to hear more of her, because she was just so inspiring and joyful. And it was interesting. One of the things she said, and what was her name again, Kendall? I'm blanking on her name.
Yep, her name is Meg.
Meg said, we all have a disability. Most of you can't see yours like I can see mine. But we all have some sort of disability that we need to work through and overcome. And it's so true, man. There's so many things that we may have in our own heart and our own mind that we need to have help sometimes overcoming. And she just called it out. And I just loved how she said that. But just seeing her joy and the way she inspired others. And Jonathan, another kid, was born with spinal bifida, that talked about how he was never like his brothers and sisters and never could go outside and experience joy and do the things that they did until this. He raced Steve Young. He smoked Steve. Just absolutely annihilated Steve. It was pretty impressive. And he's confined to a wheelchair. I'm tearing up thinking about it right now, for sure. I know you were moved as well. So pretty cool to be able to do some things like that, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I think Steve said, he's been doing this race for 34 years, and he's yet to win a race in 34 years. So those kids are pretty, they're pretty skilled.
They're pretty impressive. It was funny. It was just amazing to watch, because you don't know what to expect, and then they're just like, let's go. I know I came away more grateful than ever for the good people we work with here in Integrity, and the opportunity and commitment that we have to make the world a better place in a lot of ways. And part of this is this initiative about Integrity Gives Back, and we're looking for a lot of ways that we can just serve more people, look for ways to help more people individually and also corporately. And we'll be sending out a video on some of the things we got to see, because it was really amazing as part of that. And Steve asked me to wish you all well as part of that as well, and just to thank all of you for all the support that we give to the world here. In addition, hey, we have an exciting announcement today. We're adding another amazing partner, and I'm incredibly pleased to announce that today Penn Global Marketing has joined the Integrity family. As part of this partnership, Steve Gaffney, CEO of Penn Global Marketing, will become a managing partner here at Integrity. They're based in St. Louis, Missouri. Penn Global supports a close-knit team of career agents who offer a variety of Medicare and ancillary products. And over the years, they've built a strong reputation for agent training and offer quality customer service to clients nationwide. And Penn Global officially started their journey about 10 years ago, but their retention rates are the best in the business. And now, as part of the Integrity family, we'll be able to come alongside them, give them additional products, resources, and support. And I can't wait for all of you guys to meet Steve Gaffney and to welcome him to the Integrity family. Steve, are you there, buddy?
I am, Brian. Thank you.
Congratulations, man. We're so excited.
Well, back at you. I'm telling you, today is like the first day of the rest of my life. It is the greatest day in the history of our company, and we could not be more excited. You know, we've always prided ourselves as an organization that we weren't going to let anyone outwork us. We are now put into a position based on the partnership with Integrity where we can not only take care of our clients at the highest level with all the services, but we also are able to provide the opportunity for our salespeople, our people within the office structure, our employees. It's just, I feel like I won the lottery, man. This is unbelievable. So thank you, Brian, and thank you for everybody on this podcast. This is just really, really cool. Thanks again, Brian.
Well, we could not be more excited. You guys have an interesting story. I know whenever we partnered with Egon Durbin and Silver Lake recently, one of the things that when I met with him, he said, my goodness, you guys are the largest company that no one's ever heard of. And he's like, and you're a technology company hiding in plain sight. How can I become a partner of yours? And it was one of those things that was just like, that took me back a little bit because I was like, man, you're right. I mean, he was like, you guys have all the DNA markers of this amazing and technology kind of business, and let me help you guys grow it even faster. And I remember meeting with you. You guys you're a career agent-based organization, and you guys have kind of flown under the radar in a lot of ways, but this is a massive, massive company you've built, and you've always done it the right way. And I know Penn Global has a really interesting story and history, and I would love for you to tell us a little bit more about how you've built this incredible company at Penn Global.
Well, I'd love to, Brian. Thank you. Penn Global Marketing actually was the sales arm of another company. And so many of us have been together for years and years and years. In the early 2000s, I was approached by the chairman of the board of that company who asked me to come in and spend some time with him. And we spent about 4 hours together. And during the course of that 4 hours, he outlined the issues, all of which from his perspective were negative issues of being involved with what he referred to as a captive sales organization. And he opened up the topic of discussion. If I had any interest in the opportunity to putting together this group and moving them outside this company and having the opportunity to be an entity of our own. I couldn't believe my ears. I mean, here was the person who had the power to do this, to provide me this opportunity. Now, there were several hoops that he had designed that we had to jump through to get it done. There were some problems we had to get answers to, but over a period of about 18 months of absolute due diligence on both sides, we were able to reach a point where Penn Global Marketing became a company. And the management team of that company over the years, we have just celebrated our 10th anniversary. It has been an unbelievable ride. I don't know what I did right to be given the opportunity to work with this group of people as closely as I have, and I continue to work today. But that's our history. That's how we got started. And even though we are as an entity only 10 years old, most of us have been together in many cases for 30 years or more.
That is so amazing. The story you guys built, and it's a massive business. We have another incredible business similar called American Senior Benefits, which started out as a career agency and a carrier that spun out with Jim Sweeney and Clay Legette. And it's just an incredible business that they've created. and what you've done. I can't wait for you to meet a lot of our partners, and frankly, a lot of our partners to meet you, because what you guys have done is just incredibly, you built the business the right way. And I think your agent retention is a testament to your success as a leader. And having a team that sticks with you through thick and thin is incredibly valuable. And what you guys have created is just amazing. So what led you into this industry, and how did you discover your passion for agent training and support?
Well, great question. And I'll try not to be too long-winded, but I very typical, grew up in a relatively small town, always dreamed someday of playing center field for the Chicago Cubs. Good enough baseball player to play a little bit in college, but certainly not good enough to get to that level. But during the course of my high school years, I had read an article about a baseball player named Pete Rose. And Pete Rose talked about the fact that he was going to be the first $100,000 a year singles hitter. That up to that time, anybody in the baseball arena who was earning at that level was what they would call a home run hitter. Here was a guy who hit singles who was going to accomplish that. So I wrote down on a piece of paper when I was 16 years old, I wrote down on a piece of paper that I, Stephen C. Gaffney, would earn $100,000 a year by the time I was 30 years old. And I put my birthday down, and then I signed it. And that piece of paper stayed in my pocket with me throughout high school, throughout college. I spent 2 years in the United States Army. And then I was out of the service. I had married my high school sweetheart. I was working during the day, doing some work at a university at the graduate level, when I just decided, you know what, it's time for me to pull my chair up to the grown-up table. It's time to go to work. And so I went out on a Sunday morning. I bought the Chicago Tribune. I went back to our apartment. I sat down. I went through 60 pages of want ads in the Chicago Tribune to cut one ad out of the paper, put it in my wallet. And then I proceeded to go on over the next couple of weeks of doing whatever I was doing, until one day I just forced myself to sit down, take that ad, and make that phone call. That phone call led to an interview where in the Chicago area, where I was introduced to a company that was in the insurance industry. And during the course of the process, where I became not only interviewed, but ultimately appointed and then trained, I saw something that really amazed me. It kind of took my breath away. And that being that they could take somebody like me who had never been in the insurance industry, and they could, through their systems of their training and their mentorship, they could take me and they could teach me within a fair period of time how to go out and represent a company and represent a product. And a second factor, so important in my history, Brian, was, and this couldn't be done anymore, but in those days, when I had a territory, the office manager in Chicago asked me if I would do her a favor, if I would deliver a claims check to one of our clients. And I took this claim check and I drove down to a town south of Kankakee, Illinois. And when I went up to this home, I was just thinking somebody would answer the door, I would hand the check. The woman who answered the door said, "No, you must come in. I want you to meet my husband." And I walked in, and he was sitting in a chair in his living room, and we spent about 10 minutes together. And I said, "You know, Mr. Brown, it has been so nice meeting you. Thank you for your courtesies." And he said, let me tell you something, young man. This check that you brought to me, this is how I keep a roof over my family's head. What you do is really important. Brian, I was 23 years old. This man changed my life. From that point forward, I was never again a sales guy. I was a service person. I went out and I realized that what I did was really, really important. Nothing could never be more important than it is today in the senior market. We really are no longer in the sales business. Our role is to provide the service, the expertise, and the caring that makes sure that our clients are at the best possible protection. It is just such a privilege for me to be able to show our people in Penn Global Marketing that we have now partnered with an organization that has lifted the ceiling, that the sky is the limit. And I just want to thank you again. It is just an unbelievable privilege for us to be part of this great company. Thank you, Brian.
Man, that is just such a great story. My father-in-law grew up in Kankakee. Really small world. We've never talked about this, but I've told several people this story, but I don't think he ever really understood what we do for a living. Sometimes it's hard for people to understand kind of what business we're in and how, because it's, we're helping people with their insurance products, and sometimes it's complicated to understand that, especially if you're on the side of the business that I'm on. And we made an announcement one time. His mom and dad, his dad was an attorney in Kankakee. After they retired, they moved to Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. They had some health issues, and a lot of people go to Hot Springs for the hot springs and for the warmer climates, and they lived on a golf course out there. And we made this announcement of us partnering with Elder Care, and John Bettis, Jeremy Pieletmeyer, and some of the greatest people in the world. And my father-in-law sees this announcement, and he sends me a message. He said, "I never understood what you do until today." He said, when my parents moved to Hot Springs, they needed a Medicare product. And so they met this agent from Elder Care who got them the best Medicare product that they needed at the time. And then he said, when my dad died, the only person he really knew to call was the Elder Care agent that he had met and said, "Hey, my dad just died. I'm on my way from Dallas." It was about a 5-6 hour drive. He said, "Would you be able to check on my mom? And then we need to work on this claim thing," because I think they had some life insurance with him as well. And so he said that agent went and sat with his mom, made sure she was taken care of until he got there. And then every week or so after that, while his mom lived there until she died, this agent would check in on her just to make sure she was okay, make sure her grass was mowed and things of that nature. And he was like, that peace of mind of an agent that didn't get paid to do all those things really helped him out in a huge way. And I think what you're talking about, of us being in the service industry, it is so powerful of understanding the impact that we have, that we get to make on people in some of the most difficult times of their lives. I grew up in a funeral home. My parents owned funeral homes. So I saw this impact so often when people would show up and they would have insurance to take care of their funeral needs, frankly, or their life insurance and kind of ongoing, or they didn't. And it was just like, it was one of these things as a little kid, it was just a huge impression on me of why don't more people do this and take care of this? And the opportunity for us to not look at ourselves as salespeople, but look at ourselves as service people is just the heart of everything we're trying to do here at Integrity. In fact, one of our core values is service, about how do we serve other people. And I just love the fact that that's always been your passion. I think that that's why you and I hit it off so quickly when we first met, is we understood each other's passion and purpose. When you have passion and purpose, those are really powerful things. And I think that really it's one of the reasons you guys have been able to build such a big organization. And really just the opportunity for us to come together today is a dream come true in so many ways for all of us. So, thank you for your dedication and your impact that you've had on this business. And we're excited to be your partner. Tell us, what are you looking forward to most as being a partner here at Integrity, and what are your goals moving forward?
Well, Brian, I don't think there's any question that in meeting you and the conversations that we have had, meeting the quality of people throughout your organization who have been involved in this process has convinced me that we share a vision. Our process is that we are in business to help people. At the stage of my career, Brian, when you asked about goals, my commitment, my passion at this point is to work closly with the next generation of our organization. I won't take too much time, but I'll tell you a brief story. On Thursday afternoon, a young man, early 30s, been with us about 2 years, drove from the state of Ohio to spend the afternoon with me. And this is the second time that he has done this. And during the course of this afternoon, he was sharing with me his goals. He had a series of questions. He's really excited about everything that we're involved in doing. And, we hugged and he got in his car and he drove the 6 hours back home. Yesterday afternoon, I fired up my laptop and I sit down and I see this email from him. And it's like a 2-page email. I mean, he sat down on a Sunday afternoon and wrote this email. It took my breath away. I could not believe the insight that this man has. He talked about the future of our company and how much he wants a role in building a company. He talked about filling arenas. He's just the passion that he had. I sat there and I stared at this email thinking, nobody's as lucky as I am to be in business with people with that kind of passion. Now we take the partnership with integrity. We, as I said earlier, we raise the bar. We provide the technology, the product, the opportunity that the dreams and the aspirations of our next generation, that they go so far beyond anything that we've accomplished. This is a great day for us, and I can't wait to get started.
Well, now everybody knows why I'm so excited about this partnership, about being in business with you. Your passion is energizing, man. I'm ready to try to do everything we can to serve more people, and we're just thrilled to have you in the Integrity family. Steve, it's been a privilege to talk with you today, to get to know you better, get to know your heart. And there's no question that you and your team and your mission is successful, just really help the Integrity family grow even faster as well and serve more people than ever before. We were introduced by Mike Wingate, who got to know you at the carrier relationship. And I remember when Mike and you guys had first kind of started connecting, he was like, you have got to get to know Steve Gaffney. This guy is one of the best guys in the industry, and we have to figure out how we can partner with him. So I want to have Mike be the very first to welcome you to the Integrity family. Mike, you there?
I sure am. Steve, congratulations. We're so excited to have you on board as a partner. And I tell you, things happen for reasons. And I was fortunate enough that carrier convention to sit next to you and got to know you. And I thought to myself, you are the type of person that Integrity needs to have on their team. And we couldn't be more excited to have you with us. You are going to make Integrity a better company with having you and your company, Penn Global, on board with us. So congratulations, and can't wait to get together with you.
Well, Mike, thank you very much. I could not have imagined that evening, with the opportunity to get to know you and your wife, that it would have led to this, but I couldn't agree more. There is a specific reason why that meeting took place, and it's to get us to where we are today. So thank you very, very much for everything, Mike.
You bet. We're excited to have you on board, and the next chapter is going to be a wonderful, wonderful time together and amazing growth for everybody.
Well, hey, Steve, thank you again. Thanks, Mike, for jumping on. Steve, we could not be more excited to be your partner. We've got a lot of exciting things we're going to be able to do together, and we're going to be able to serve even more people together than ever before. We're going to be making this announcement tomorrow morning. Please make sure you like and share and make sure everybody sees that, because this is one of those partnerships that goes above just business, really. I mean, it's about service and helping others, and I can't wait for us to just announce this incredible partnership tomorrow. So, Steve, congratulations, man. Keep doing what you do. Keep inspiring others, man. Thank you for being our partner. We're super, super proud to make this announcement tomorrow. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much. And to everyone, I just can't wait for the opportunity to meet and spend time and get to know the entirety of the group. This is fantastic. Thanks again, Brian.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, hey, everybody, hope you had a great Inspired today, as I did. Just got inspired by this heart of service that Steve Gaffney has. And now you can see why Penn Global Marketing is going to be just such an incredible addition to the Integrity family. I hope everybody has an amazing, amazing week, and look forward to talking to you all very soon. God bless you guys. Take care and have a great day.